Hello, I'm Isnani Sofiana from Sragen.
Hello, I'm Hafiz Abdurrafi Wahidin from Lampung.
Hi, I'm Yuji Agustini Pierre. I'm from Jombang.
Hi, I am Manda Dara Gustiana. I'm from Serang.
Lihat tuh teman-teman, Gina datang. Alah, kamu hujan-hujanan? Iya. Aku mau jaga.
Hello everyone, how are you today? How's life? Hopefully you are great, okay? Today we are going to learn about explanation text. What is explanation text? Do you want to know? One of the example of it is water cycle. Let's go to the materials.
Hello guys, how are you? Thanks for giving me time, Mr. Hafiz. My name is Emiko. Before we start, I will show my friend Udin who asked something to his mother. Check it out.
Wow, there's a rainbow. Mom, come on, do you see that? My teacher told me how the rainbow appears. Can you teach me how to write it in English?
Sure. If you want to tell the process relating to forming of natural phenomenon like this rainbow, it's time for you to learn about explanation text. It will be my pleasure, my son, to tell you how to write it.
Okay, after seeing that, we are going to learn about explanation text. Before that, I will tell you about the objectives of these materials. The first, understanding the purpose and structure of explanation text. The second, identifying key language and feature. Third, developing learning writing skills. And the last, building knowledge of explanation text. Okay guys, without any further ado, let's go!
Thank you, Emiko, for the time. Now, I want to tell you about the definition of explanation text. What is explanation text? Explanation text is a text which tells the process relating to forming of natural, social, scientific, and cultural phenomenon. This kind of text explains why and how the phenomenon happens. This text describes the cause, why, and how a phenomenon can occur. In general, texts like this can be found in science, geography, and history books. For example, how does glass fold up when we take a shower? How can landslide occur? And how can the rain be made?
Wow, that is incredible, Udin. Thank you. Do you understand, guys? I hope so. After this, Ma'am Yusi will explain us about the types of explanation text. Check it out. Hello everyone, I'm Yusi. In this part, we will learn about the types of explanation text and the example of it. There are two types of explanation text. The first type is sequential explanation. It tells the detailed stages of the event. The example, how a caterpillar turns into a butterfly, or how life cycle of frog. The second type is causal explanation. It explains the details that cause the change from one stage to the next one. The example, rain is the primary source of fresh water for the most area of the world, providing suitable conditions for diverse ecosystems, as well as water for hydroelectric power plants and crop irrigation. The phenomenon of the rain is actually a water cycle. The concept of the water cycle involves the sun, which heats the Earth's surface and causes water to evaporate. The water vapor rises into the Earth's atmosphere. The water in the atmosphere cools and condenses into liquid droplets. The droplets grow until they are heavy and fall to the earth as precipitation, which can be in the form of rain or snow. That is the explanation from Ma'am Yusi. Thank you, ma'am. After that, we are going to learn about the language feature with special teacher. She is Miss Manda. Miss Manda, time is yours.
After we learn about language feature related to the explanation text, first, write the explanation text by using an abstract noun. Example, phenomenon, process, love, etc. Second type, in making explanation text, is always using simple present tense. For example, tiger lives in the jungle. Another identification is writing explanation text by using passive voice. The pattern is to be plus verb 3. The example of passive voice sentence, cactus is grown for perfection. Another one is using action verb. The last identification is using technical term. For example, precipitation, condensation, evaporation, etc. For the next, let's talk about generic structure. In explanation text, generic structure has two parts. The first part is general statement. So general statement states the phenomenon or issues which are to be explained. So this part usually located in the opening of the paragraph and provide background to the phenomenon being discussed. The second part is sequence of explanation. This part states a series of steps which explain the phenomena. This section explains the stages or sequence of event which also answer how a phenomenon occurs. For your better understanding, I will give you one simple text. The title is Water Cycle. The first part, general statement. The Earth is a water-rich planet with over 70% of its surface covered by the water. This water has been present for nearly 4 billion years, and its total amount remains relatively constant over time. It exists in various forms as salty seawater in the oceans, fresh water in the lakes, rivers, and underground aquifers, and is ice at the poles. The water cycle or hydrologic cycle is the continuous movement of water within the Earth's atmosphere system. Powered by solar energy, it is an involved process that moves water between the atmosphere, land, and ocean. The second part is sequence explanation. Evaporation. The cycle begins. Water, the sun heats water in oceans, lakes, and rivers, causing it to evaporate into the atmosphere as water vapor. This process also includes transpiration, where plant release water vapor through small pores in their leaves. Condensation. As water vapor rises and cools, it condenses into droplets, forming cloud. This process releases heat, which can influence water pattern. Precipitation. When these droplets combine and grow heavy enough, they fall back to earth as precipitation, rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Runoff. Some of the precipitation flows over the ground, returning to ocean and lakes, while some infiltrates the soil, replenishing groundwater supplies. Transpiration. Plants absorb water from the soil and release water vapor back into the atmosphere through the transpiration, completing the cycle.
Thanks, Miss Manda, for explaining us language feature, generic structure, and the example of explanation text. That is amazing. After this, Udin will invite you to answer a question. Udin, take your time.
Thank you, Emiko, for the time. Now, I will invite you guys to answer some question. Let's take a look on your screen.
What is the process called when the sun heats up water in the ocean, lakes, and rivers, and it turns into water vapor? What happened to water vapor in the air when it cools down? What is the term for water falling to the Earth's surface as rain, snow, sleet, or hail?
Great job, everyone. All of you can answer all the question. I will give it back to Emiko.
Thank you, Udin, for giving us the game and the question. Thank you guys for watching us and follow the materials. I hope you can understand the material. See you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.